Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is kind of gonna be just my hey I'm back update on the surgery type sit down chit chat video. So if you haven't been keeping up with my videos and I guess my surgery vlog, I did have orthodontic jaw surgery. We originally thought we were going to have to do upper and lower, but we only did the lower jaw and decided to go ahead and do what's called a genioplasty, which is pretty much where they cut your actual jaw, your chin, and they kind of move it forward and bolt it with plates and screws. So the surgery was a success, no major complications except for the nerve on my right side here was severed, and that only means I may lose all sensation from like the corner here to here, which I don't have any feeling there. It has come back on the left side. I can tell I'm touching there. It's still not normal. It doesn't feel normal. It kind of feels like right when your foot or our hand falls asleep and it's like tingly and it still feels kind of numb. That's kind of how this side of my face feels. But there's a nerve that runs inside your jawbone from here all the way down that gives you sensation in your lips and chin area. So like I said, that was severed on the right side because I guess the way my jaw was formed, it was abnormal and the nerve wasn't sitting where it was supposed to be sitting. So when they cut back here to break the jaw and so they could slide the jaw forward, they did end up severing it. However, they did repair it. They sutured it back together and put a little tubing around it so that it could only grow back into itself instead of kind of just growing wherever it wanted and not healing back into itself. So just because I don't have feeling in it right now does not mean I will never get feeling back in it, just because it was damaged so severely that it's just gonna take longer. So only time will tell. It can take up to a year to get full feeling back, and I do feel like zings here and there. Sometimes it feels like I have to itch and I can't itch it because there's nothing to itch because I have no feeling, so that gets rather annoying. It has like this weird burning sensation, almost like I have really dry cracked lips or sunburn on my lip and face on that side. But other than that, I have full feeling all in here. It doesn't affect the movement of my lips, so I can move it all around. It doesn't stop me from smiling or frowning or using my lips. It's just really weird. If I go to drink out of a straw, I can't feel it, or eating, sometimes I can't feel if I get a little bit of food here. Kissing my husband's a little weird. So that's some things that I'm getting used to, but I'm alive. I know in my other video I was saying how scared I was gonna die. I didn't die, so thank you, Lord, and thank you guys so much for all your prayers and well wishes. It meant the world to me, and it definitely helped. Like, it really helped. So as you saw in my vlog, I went in, I was pretty nervous. If you haven't, I'll link it in the cards. I think the cards are right here, but I'll link it right there so you can watch it. But yeah, so surgery lasted 7 hours. It was only supposed to last 4 to 5, but I am a very difficult case. I have an extremely small mouth, which my husband would argue with you till the cows came home, but I do. And not just like my opening, but my actual mouth hole, as lovely as that sounds, but I don't have like a big opening. Like, my lips are very tight, as they say. And to do the surgery, it's mainly all done on the inside of your mouth. So they have to take like these things, retractors, and they stick them in your cheek and they pull them really hard down and over to get in the back. And that was just a struggle. In the middle of surgery, he had to actually completely change the way he usually cuts the jawbone to essentially break it. So that was new for him, but it worked, so that's all that matters. And then it took a little longer on this side due to the severed nerve, so that took an extra bit of time to repair. And then they had to go over and do the other side, And then the genioplasty, they had to cut. Basically, I have a cut from here that goes across here and just slices the tip of your chin to pull it forward to give you more projection. So pretty much after the jaw was cut and slid forward, my actual jaw bone has moved 6 millimeters, as well as the genioplasty, when they moved the chin forward, that moved 6 millimeters as well. So a total movement of 12 millimeters or 1.2 centimeters. So now I have an actual perfect bite. It's hard to move my lips because I'm still, you can't tell I contoured and all that good stuff, but I'm still very swollen underneath here, and right there where they actually cut and it came down to here, it's very swollen. So I can't really like pull my lip down. But my teeth line up perfectly. I can't talk in this, but my teeth line up perfectly. There's no overbite anymore, and I have a normal bite for the first time. I'm not allowed to chew or bite into anything right now. I'm only 7 weeks post-op, so I still have to wait. So I'm on a purely liquid / soft food diet, which sucks because I really want to try this new Chompers out. I want to bite into something, I want to chew something and know what it feels like to have a normal bite and eat like a normal human being. But anyway, yeah, it was a long surgery. It lasted a while. My husband was getting nervous, but I made it out alive. Right out of surgery, I felt no pain except for my throat hurt really bad, and throughout the entire experience I never had pain in my jaw or chin area. I never felt pain. I didn't even take narcotics except for like the first 24 hours just because they give it to you through the IV, but around the 24-hour mark I realized I wasn't having pain, and the morphine was making me just sleep and I wasn't feeling good and I wanted to get out of there. And so I didn't like that, so they ended up giving me 1 dose of Oxycontin, and I didn't like the way that made me feel, so I just asked for Tylenol and Motrin, and that's what I stayed on all the way till I just quit taking it. About, I think the 2nd week I quit taking any type of pain relief, just because the only pain I had, like I was saying, was in my throat and my nose. When you go in for the surgery, obviously they don't intubate you through your mouth because they're working in your mouth area, so I was intubated through my nose here, and it jacked my nose up. Like, I was cut all here. I had a bloody nose, which I've never had a bloody nose in my life, and it went back, and when they went in the back, they met resistance, so they had to pull it back out and try again. So they were having some trouble intubating me, and they ended up bruising my vocal cord just because it was such a tight space they were trying to get in there. So that was the only thing that hurt, really, was pretty much my throat. It felt like I had strep throat, just a really, really sore throat, and ice water made it feel so much better, and the ibuprofen, Tylenol helped. So other than that, I had no pain. I still have no pain. I have no clicking and popping in my jaw anymore when I do open my mouth. My wound healed up really quick. I went to see the surgeon 1 week after the surgery exactly, and he was amazed at how quickly I was healing for being, just for having this surgery, because it's such a very intrusive, extensive surgery. I mean, they're literally breaking bones in your face. But he was pretty impressed, and being a type 1 diabetic, they did make tiny, I don't know if you can see them because I have foundation on, but there's like a scar here and one right there. I can still kind of feel it, but that's the only scars I have on my face, and that's basically because they have to cut here so they can put like the screwdriver in, I guess, and screw the bolts in. I know, really gross, I'm sorry, but they were very precision cuts. I took very good care of them, and I got my sutures taken out that week, and it had completely closed up. It didn't even look like I had anything. It just looked like I had some really old acne scars right there. So that healed quick. The cuts inside my mouth healed extremely quickly, and I think that's because I made sure to rinse out my mouth after any type of food I was eating, which the first week I was just drinking. So if I drank a protein drink or juice or this or that, I rinsed my mouth out. I did start brushing my teeth with a baby toothbrush 2 days after surgery just to make sure it stayed clean. There wasn't a lot of area I could brush because I was bandaged shut. So I did try to brush as best as I could, which I think that helped as well. And using the chlorhexidine mouthwash that they give you, make sure you use that. That's super duper important. But I was sent home on some antibiotics and some anti-nausea medicine because the second night there I started taking pills. I stayed for 2 nights. I could have went home the day after, but I just was feeling so nauseous. I really didn't want to get in a car. So they were giving me some nausea medicine in my veins. And yeah, so I pretty much tried to take pills that evening so I could go home the next day, because they want you to be able to get off any IV medications. So the first day I didn't take any more of them, so they want to make sure I could take a pill. In the evening I started feeling nauseous, so they crushed up some kind of pill to give me, and they ended up crushing up my ibuprofen to give me, and it got caught in my throat because my throat was so swollen from the intubation tube that it got caught there, and it just kind of like irritated, and it started coming back up and giving me horrible indigestion, so it made me nauseous. And I ended up throwing up like 3 times, which was not pleasant because a whole bunch of blood came up. It was gross. I think I traumatized my husband, but he still held the pan for me like a real VIP, so kudos to him. But that just made it so much worse. And I asked for some Pepsid, God, like 30 times, and it takes them a while to get anything because they have to call down to the pharmacy, which takes like 2 freaking hours. I was about to have my husband just go to the store and buy me freaking Pepsid to take. I finally got it, and it made me feel better. My IV ended up blowing, so they had to put 2 more in. Didn't work out well. I have horrible veins, so they couldn't get another IV in me, which was how I was getting my antibiotics. But long story short, I ended up going home the next day. I slept the whole way home. I got home and I got nauseous again because I had the worst freaking headache I've ever had in my entire life. Like, it was so bad. So I ended up throwing up because of that, and my husband I asked for my Excedrin, because that's mainly what I take when I get really bad migraines. I take Excedrin migraine, and within 30 minutes I was fine. I got out of bed, I went in the living room, I was talking, I was laughing, I was watching TV, I was drinking my protein drinks, and it was just all uphill from there. The 3rd day, I was good. So, like I said, this surgery, I think it's a lot of your frame of mind too. Like, if you go into it, which I did scared, but I kind of go in scared, but I also go in kind of determined, like, I'm scared of hospitals. I will not stay in this hospital. I will do whatever I got to do to get out of this hospital. I will recover quickly because I am not going to be laying around doing nothing and being bored, and I want to get back to my normal life. So I kind of had that mindset going into it, and I really think that helped push me and allowed me to have a more positive outlook on this and pushed me to not just lay around. I think sometimes we are like, you could go into this thinking, I'm going to have major surgery, I'm going to lay around, I'm going to relax, but they'll even tell you that stops you from getting better. It stops you from healing, and the best thing you can do is get up, move around, go for walks, get up and talk. Don't lay in bed all day. It's going to actually like prolong the healing process. So I made sure I didn't. By day 4, I was outside. My husband and me went for a very short walk. I did feel weak, probably because I wasn't eating a lot, and I did lose a little bit of weight the first week. Nothing crazy, but I've definitely gained it all back, plus some, because after I went for my first checkup, I was doing so well. The doctor was amazed. He's like, I don't even know how you did this. Whatever you're doing, keep doing, because you look great. And I've never seen a patient look this good after 1 week. So and I'm pretty sure that was from all your guys' prayers and my family's prayers and my prayers. Just prayer works. Prayer works. So anyway, then he let me go back to a soft food diet, which basically consists of mashed potatoes and pasta. So yeah, I gained quite a bit of weight. So now I'm on a weight loss fitness journey. I always did work out. I'm a big working out person, healthy eater. So I do have a little bit of weight that I want to use. I started I'm trying to go back to eating healthier. It's just hard because I can't chew, so vegetables and stuff like that are kind of out of the question unless I make a smoothie. But if you guys want some like fitness and weight loss updates, let me know. But yeah, I know I'm rambling as usual. If you've been here on my channel for the last year, you know I'm a rambler. So anyway, I feel great. I'm still very swollen. My lip is kind of crooked. I don't know if you can tell when I shut my mouth. It's a little bit lower on this side. This side's a bit higher, and they think it's because I'm more swollen on this side, and it can take up to 6 months for the swelling to go away, and some days I have more swelling and some days I have less, so it really depends. If it doesn't even out, they did say they could put some filler on this side just to kind of plump up my lips some more. I'm really hoping I don't have to do that. I don't want lip fillers. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I think on most people they look beautiful and really enhance the lips. I just don't want needles in my lips. It's like, I'm a diabetic. I get needles every day. But for some reason, when I watch those freaking videos on Instagram of girls getting lip, it just, the needle in the lip going like this, no. I'm like getting sweaty thinking about it. I don't want to do that. So anyway, like I said, I won't know the full results of my new face for like at least 6 months because of all the swelling, and my lips and chin are still so tight because I'm very swollen. Like here is hard as a rock. Anyway, I will be back to doing my regularly scheduled videos, my beauty videos and lifestyle videos, and I'm going to have some fashion and lookbook videos here for you very soon. And I'm going to be uploading every Wednesday and Sunday, and hopefully once I start feeling better and, you know, all this other good stuff, getting my routine back, I might go to 3 days a week. So, yeah, just thank you guys so much for sticking by me and supporting me and just everything. And thank God the surgery was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. A lot of people I'm seeing say I look completely different. Let me know what you guys think. Do I look completely different? Do I look the same? What are your thoughts? Because when I first saw myself, I didn't recognize myself, and it was a little bit upsetting, but I was a lot more swollen, and I don't know if I've just been staring at this face for the last 7 weeks. I've gotten used to it, but I did go through I don't want to say depression, but maybe like a very little bit of depression, just with the swelling and laying around, and I was hungry and I didn't recognize myself. So I do want to do kind of a whole separate other videos on different parts of this surgery, like my surgery essentials, what I couldn't live without for this surgery, like in my recovery. So stay tuned for that. And I want to do like post-op surgery and depression, because I do feel like that's something we all go through. You know, we have a new look to us that we're not used to seeing, or some people, you know, get upper and lower and their entire face changes. And sometimes it's hard to grasp, and you're swollen and you think, a lot of people go through pain and they're like, man, I'm painful, I'm swollen, I look different, I don't even recognize myself. What was the point in doing this? This was not worth it. And I didn't ever go through it's not worth it, but I did go through feeling sad and not happy with the results and wanting to rush the results. And sometimes I still get like that. I still want my results like now. I want to look normal now. I want to have my feeling back, this and that. Like, so I do want to kind of touch on that and let everybody know that is normal, and I will make a whole other video regarding that soon. But don't worry, if you guys are not interested in these jaw surgery videos, the day I put the jaw surgery videos up, I will have a normal beauty video up. So if you choose not to watch the jaw one, I will have another one up for you guys too. So again, I love you guys so much. And if my camera's shaking, my dog is underneath my table. But again, I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for sticking by me. And for all my new subscribers, hi, hello, how are you? I'm really excited to have you, and yeah, I'll be back really soon. Love you. Bye-bye.